Hey up, I'm at Barnsley train station and I thought I'd do something a bit different today. I thought I'd go on the train and have a look around Huddersfield because it's not far, it's about 40 minutes on train, and I really want to have a look at Huddersfield train station. So let's go and buy a ticket.
If you see anything suspicious, please report it to our team.
So we made it, and that wasn't very busy at all.
Alright, see you, bye.
So here we are at Huddersfield train station, and what a beautiful station it is, although the weather could do with being a bit better. Let's have a look. So yet again, as is the norm on my vlogs, it's bloody raining, and there seems to be loads of roadworks as usual. Everywhere you go they're sort of doing stuff, renovations. I don't know what this is. Look at these sort of security cameras here watching every move. I'm filming them filming me. So look at them columns and that carvings on them. It's fantastic. Now it was built in 1847 by James Pritchett, I think he was called, I can't remember, and he built Leeds Town Hall as well, which is quite a similar building, you know, with the columns, quite the same structure. He was a famous Yorkshire architect, and it's quite a busy station now. It was busy back then, but it's been extended a few times, and you can see these two bits on the side, and both of them are pubs. You've got the King's Head there, and on that side you've got the Head of Steam. Now, seeing as it is raining, I think I ought to head in the pub, didn't I? And just hopefully it'll have stopped raining. I'll just have a half, I think. Keg or cask? So we're going keg.
I've got your lovely mild by Timmy Taylor's, a lovely ruby red from Cameron's, nice strong arm beer, and I think it's the Dairy Freak, which is nice. I'm about to put the Magic Rock Dairy Freaks on, and I'm about to put the Midnight Bell by Leeds Brewery on as well.
I like Magic Rock, so
do you want to taste it?
dairy, well, I'll have one, I'll try it.
So,
yeah, Dairy Free, yeah, please. So,
I'll get that out of the blues.
that's a nice pint, that.
Oh,
lovely, thank you, thanks for recommending it. So it's stopped raining now, which is good. I don't know how long that's going to last because it's still quite cloudy. And right, I'm going to have a walk around Huddersfield because it's pretty much like Halifax, where I was the other day. You know, massive sort of, well, not massive, but a northern industrial town that's seen a lot of change over the years. So I'm just going to have a walk around the town centre and get a feel for the place. And while I'm at it, can you please make sure you're subscribed, because I know a lot of you watching, you're not subscribed, but if you do, it really helps me, because, you know, we'll make a deal. If you do that, I'll promise to keep trying to make better and better videos. So have we got a deal? Hit the subscribe button. So as we start, look at that on that building, 1853 Lion Chambers. You don't see that these days, do you? On top of the modern buildings. And every building sort of around this area is an old Victorian sort of sandstone. Look at the top of that. Beautiful. I'd like to have a look at the library and art gallery, because that's an interesting building. It was like a 1930s art deco. I don't think they're using it anymore, but we'll go and have a look. There's a lot of problems with Huddersfield, because I read that the Kirklees Council was facing bankruptcy. They were 47 million in debt. I think they've narrowly avoided it, but of course the way they do that is by cutting services, important services like social services and things, and libraries and things like that. You know, I'm not necessarily having a go at them, because we all know that the funding's been cut from central government due to austerity, and how the money's allocated can be quite unfair. And of course there was COVID as well, where we sort of paused the economy for 2 years. So this is the open market, but unfortunately it's closed today. Oh, they're opening it just for me, look. Eh? That's an old building. How would you date that, do you reckon? I bet that goes back. Maybe Victorian, probably. Like the rest of a lot of buildings. So let's see if I can have a sneak inside. You alright? I'm just doing a vlog on Huddersfield. It's a shame it's shut, isn't it, today? I've picked the wrong day. I was just speaking to a chap outside the market. He said tomorrow, Saturday, it'll be rammed. They have a second-hand market and every stall's taken. So, completely different. But you'd have thought, Fridays, they used to be good days, didn't they? I don't know if I'm in completely wrong part of town, but my initial feeling of Huddersfield is really, I don't know if my own sort of frame of mind has any effect on it, but it's a real sort of downer. There's a real sort of, I won't say depressive, but it's quiet. There's no atmosphere. So we've got the church. We'll go and have a look at that, see what's going on here. I must say that was a lovely church, really liked it. There was only one person in, and it was really warm and quiet, and they're advertising that they're open for people to go in and have a drink and have a warm. There was one lady that was just sat there resting. Really nice church actually. I always go in a lot of churches and cathedrals, and that was quite a nice one. I can't believe for a Friday afternoon how quiet it is. It's dead. A lot of damp there. Hello. So that were alright, pack house, although it was dead, there were nobody in, but there were a lot of independent shops, and they made some effort, and the businesses were making an effort. I just assume it must be busier on a Saturday. We've got a prime spot here. So this is obviously, it's a lot busier around here. We've got House of Fraser and Next down bottom. But this shop here is empty. And is it any wonder? I mean, I've had a quick look online and they're wanting like 2,000 quid a month for shops right in this area. That'll probably be more because that's quite a good spot. I can hear somebody making some sort of speech, so I'm going to go up this way and see what's happening.
And he loves you. He says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. He gave Jesus Christ for the world, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. He wants to give you life with the Father. He wants to protect you. He wants to teach you many, many things. He wants to show you how to live in this world.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. God bless.
You cannot believe the terror of hell. It's very horrific. I have a word strong enough to warn you about hell.
Trying to control people by fear. Talking about hell.
In the face.
I've seen a few of these Merry England things. What are these, like cafes? I've seen two. I've never seen them before, but I've seen two here already. And I am feeling a bit peckish. I could go and have a look. What do we think? What sort of food is here? They're busy. Little cafe. I'll come back to that. I'll have a wander around. Let's keep going down here. I'm really interested in finding the library. I want to have a look at that because I don't know what my opinion's going to be on it. Look at this. This is one of those hideous 1960s atrocities. Those awful concrete buildings. More empty shops. Of course, you've got Wilko, which is empty. Closing down there. Empty shop there. It's getting quiet again out this end. So this area is very depressing. The piazza. But before we talk about the piazza, I want to show you this and I want your opinions on that building. That's a 1930s library. Now, and the art gallery obviously, as it says, and I think it's got some good works of art in, or it did, until the closed it in 2020 for renovations, but yet they've done nothing to it. So it's been like that. What's your thoughts on that building? So it looks like the council has tried to do something here, and even that's shut down. It's what's it say? It's farewell for now. They're preparing for the development of our cultural heart, and it is a cultural heart around here. Because when you look at the history, around this area was a thriving sort of market area with streets called the Shambles, thriving markets, pubs. I'll flash some photographs up, and then it was all demolished for this, and now they're talking about regenerating this. So the weather pretty much sums up how I'm feeling about Huddersfield so far. As you come around the back of that piazza, you've got this, which is Queensgate Market. But how do you get in? Is it a thing? Does it? I mean, who's designed that? Look at that. That's got to be 1960s, hasn't it? 70s maybe. I'll go back up this way, I think. You've got the university down there. It's quite a decent university, apparently, is Huddersfield. I think that you can study over 400 different courses, and he famously studied here, didn't he? What's his name? Patrick Stewart. Rain's coming down heavy now. Bloody hell. Lawrence Bartley Theatre. I've talked about Kirklees Council and the possible bankruptcy and things like that, and it really feels like a town that's really on its way down, and it makes you worry about what's going to happen in the future with all these wonderful old buildings. You know, if businesses aren't going to want to rent these shops, who's going to maintain the buildings? Now it looks here like there's another shopping centre, Kingsgate. Let's have a look in here. Let's see if it's any better. I am, right, yeah. It's by the curb. Do you want to be on?
No, I'm camera shy, man.
Oh, you're not camera.
By the curb?
Yeah. I just go around towns, yeah, and just have a look.
By the curb?
Are you from Huddersfield then?
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
It's alright.
It's alright. It seems a bit...
It's quiet.
It's quiet, isn't it? Is it always this quiet?
It's always this quiet, yeah. Saturday,
isn't it? Yeah. So you've got your big shops, you've got your TK Maxx, JD Sports, but then we've got empty shop there. That'll be empty soon, no doubt, because aren't they going into receivership? Body Shop. We've got a Waterstones there. That's normally a good thing, isn't it? So I've come out of the shopping centre. There seems to be some regeneration work here. Kingsgate Leisure, so that's probably going to be a gym and a hotel maybe. You've got empty shops here, so rather run down. Oh, we've got Wetherspoons. Lord Wilson. I think there's 2 Wetherspoons in Huddersfield. I need to think about getting something to eat now. What shall we have? Vegan cafe. I'm not going there. Another unit to let. A lot of units to let. I think it's mainly like chicken shops and fast food places along here. A lot of Chinese places, another Chinese supermarket there. I've got to say, there's a couple of Turkish barbers on that street as well, and they were both really busy. I think that's all blokes getting their haircuts for the weekend, isn't it? Right, let's go up here. So we've got another Merry England there. I want to go in and have a look, have a sandwich. I think there's a few of these in Huddersfield. I've never seen them before.
Can I have what you like?
Sounds good to me. Now, there's a few of your places, and I've never heard of you before. What is it?
It's family run.
Is it local to Huddersfield?
Yeah,
is it?
well, Huddersfield, Bridgehouse and Halifax.
Right, okay. Yeah, I go all over the country, I've just not seen you before.
Many years ago there were one in Leeds.
Right.
That's long gone when Trinity Centre were built.
Yeah.
We used to have 5 in Huddersfield.
Did you? And what's happening with, how many have you got now?
3 in town, a drive-through up at Outlay, and... What, the first drive-through was in the country?
Was it?
3 in town, one at Outlay, one in Bridgehouse, one in Halifax, but there used to be 2 in the market, but they've shut the market down, so they had to go.
Yeah. And how's Huddersfield as a town?
Absolutely crap.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's going down.
No, it's
Yeah, it's a bit sad, isn't it? What a wander around today.
when you think back to what it was like when I was a kid,
Yeah.
department stores,
Well, even back to
3 and 4 shoe shops, and
back to 80s. I used to work at Huddersfield Market and stuff, and it was absolutely thriving.
Yeah.
They came from all over the place by coaches just to go to market.
It's like a lot of towns, isn't it?
Yeah, I moved away to Northampton, came back 10 years later, and everything had gone. My favourite jeans shop, all the shoe shops, everything gone. Like, what happened? Well, they built the King's Gate. That weren't there when I moved away.
I've had a look in there, it's all right.
It's rubbish.
That was a lovely sandwich and a lovely cup of tea. We've got lots of, again, old Victorian architecture, but then when you look at the bottom rows there, it's cheap shops, isn't it? Takeaways, ice cream shops, you see a lot of them, don't you? It's all a bit run down. You've got Cherry Tree, that's a Wetherspoons. It's getting dark now, it's not late. Very cloudy. So here we have the town hall, and as far as town halls go in these northern towns, that's not such a grand one. We can always see Elvis. I wonder if there's a bigger entrance around there. I wonder if that's the back. Let's go and have a look. It's a lot nicer from this side. I wonder if we can have a look. It's a town hall, isn't it? See, look at that picture there, it looks very grand inside. I want to see if we can have a look. I bet that kicks some sound out, doesn't it?
It does, and we're organ recycles quite often on Mondays as well. We are public come to quite a lot.
Yeah. You see, we've got these beautiful buildings, haven't we? And there's a lot of people don't even come in and see them.
So when we got like Sarah Milligan on, another Jamie Carr on, and things like that, this sells out.
I can imagine. Well, it's first time I've been on stage. So this is what it feels like. Do a concert.
Greek gods that are around the top of it.
Yeah. Oh, the Greek gods, the carvings.
Yeah.
And look, the trophies are ready for Miss Sunderland.
Yeah, for this festival that we've got going on.
Fantastic. Well, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. So we've got the Mrs. Sunderland competition, the final tonight. And when I was saying Mrs. Sunderland, I'm thinking, what, like Miss Universe? And it was a lady from round here called Mrs. Sunderland, and she was a famous singer. So it's like a singing competition, and it's from all schools and clubs and things, and they have this competition, and it's the finals. And then he's given me some sheets with all an itinerary and everything. So yeah, a lovely building. They do lots of stand-up, music, concerts and all sorts. So yeah, thanks again for showing me around, mate, if you're watching.
Make the world go away. Do you remember when you loved me? Before the world led me astray. If you do this, please forgive me and make the world go away. Make the world go away. Take it off my shoulders. Say the things you used to say, and make the world go away.
It's a rather splendid looking shop next to Wimpy. I've not seen one of them for ages. I'm just going to cross over so I can see that shot better. Yeah, that's a nice building, again Art Deco, and it's like a traditional shop frontage as well. They've really made some effort with that. So I think the station is this way, so I'm going to start heading back. It's starting to rain again, it's getting dark. And I'll give my verdict on Huddersfield, bearing in mind that when I did Bolton, I think people said I were a little bit harsh, so I don't want to be harsh. I mean, it certainly was once a really beautiful town, and I think like a lot of these northern towns that are in between the major cities, they tend to lose out on a lot of funding, and that's not the council's fault. It's central government that seem to have far better things to spend money on than local councils, because they've cut the funding for years now. And then you've got towns that have to make up their funding from things such as council tax, and obviously if it's a deprived area, they're not getting as much council tax money in. It's really coming down rain now. So, you know, there's obviously a lot of poverty around these towns, so I don't want to criticise it. There's a lot of small independent shops, which is nice to see. It just needs a lot of work, and it is a big town, so it's hard to keep on top of it. I realise places never look as good in bad weather as well, so I'm not going to be negative about it. I could be, but I'm not going to be. Look what we've got here. Harold Wilson, is it? Yeah, Harold Wilson. And he was British Prime Minister twice, I think, in 60s and 70s. Was he a good Prime Minister? I think he was, from what I know. I think he cared about people. Was he a socialist? Maybe. So there, famous Huddersfield person. Right, let's go and catch this train. I'm not going to criticise Huddersfield. I just need to come back on a nice sunny day, on a busy day, because it was very quiet as well. I wonder if that's one that goes to Barnsley. I bet it is. It's quite early. I better ask this chap here.
The 1603 Transpennine Express
That's
service
not me.
to
So this is mine, and it's early, but I might as well get on it.
Manchester Victoria will now depart from
I
platform
like to be
1.
facing forward though, I don't want to be... They're all backwards seats. Let's go near at front.
Platform 1 for the 1603